I'd like to call the June 15, 2026 Urban Renewal Agency meeting to order at 6:32. All agents are here. Agent Holmes is excused absence. Everybody else is in person. Looking at tonight's agenda, we have one thing on the consent agenda and then our urban renewal budget. Looking for an approval of tonight's urban renewal agenda. Agent Santiago makes a motion to approve. Any seconds?
Second.
Agent Haugen, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor state by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Public comment. This public comments for the public hearing later on the regular meeting, I'm assuming. Not the urban renewal one, so we'll close public comments. That portion. Approval of the minutes. Tonight, all we have is consent agenda, March 16, 2026 Urban Renewal Agency meeting minutes. Looking for a motion to approve.
Moved.
Agent Halligan makes a motion to approve. Any seconds?
Second.
Agent Key seconds. Any more discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor state by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carried. New business. Today, we're consideration of the fiscal year 2026-27 budget. Resolution number URA 1-26. We're here to hold a public hearing on the proposed approval budget for the fiscal year 26-27, making appropriations, imposing the tax and categorizing the tax. Finance Administrator Carol Ulmer with the staff report.
Yep. Okay. So we have basically the budget, except for the two changes we made. Actually, it turns out to be three, but the changes we made were approved by the budget committee. We agreed to increase the contractual professional, to cover the cost of a full audit that we are required to do this year. And the grants and loans budget was increased to cover the grants that we thought were going to be approved and paid this year, but they aren't going to be paid till next year. So we had to increase the budget to cover those. We reduced the contingency, to accommodate that. So that the budget still is and was approved at $951,138. That did not change. And there are other changes on there, basically updating the tables to match the budget.
Okay. This does require a public hearing, so I will open a public hearing regarding our Urban Renewal Agency budget meeting. Is there anybody who wants to speak on the Urban Renewal budget? Being none, we'll close that public hearing. Any discussion, questions? If not, I'm looking for a motion to approve resolution Urban Renewal Agency 1-26. I guess before.
Okay.
Here, go ahead.
I move to approve resolution number URA 1-26.
Motion by Agent Santiago to approve resolution number URA 1-26. Any seconds?
Second.
Second by Agent Haugen. Discussion. My discussion is, again, I would like to maybe meet with county again and talk more, maybe set up a work session on our urban renewal, especially projects coming up, ways we could use it, things it can be used for, so we can look into the future.
I agree. We want to do that. And I generally, Andrea is agreeable to come when we want her to come. I would never, to be honest with you, ask her to come during tax season.
Yeah.
So I would prefer that we maybe spend the next couple of urban renewal, the next urban renewal meeting, talking about priorities and stuff, because everything is it's so outdated.
Yeah.
And, so we have a little bit of work to do for the urban renewal plan. Now we can get our consultant out here, and we do have an urban renewal consultant.
As I was gonna say, we've had land use speakers come and kind of speak. It would be good, especially with new counselors, and I'm not doing it enough. I'd like to get an urban renewal consultant kind of explaining what they're for, best practices, and maybe where we can use it to think better.
And talk about what the plan, she was involved with the original planning audit. And she also does our audits and, for the year. So,
yeah.
So we should be able, and I'd love to get her to do that sooner rather than later. so that everybody kind of knows what's going on. So I'm open to whenever you guys, I can work with her.
Carol, I'm not sure who can answer this, but would there be an additional cost for those consultants to come back and talk to us?
We're gonna have to pay her to come out here, of course, but her fee is not that horribly unreasonable. We do have a budgeted urban renewal for her to do some consulting for us.
Okay.
She hasn't been doing as much as we had budgeted in the last couple of years.
We
Just
could
one.
look at League of Oregon Cities too, to see if they have any budget urban renewal experts or help too.
Right, and we could probably accomplish two tasks with one, where we want to kind of relook at our urban renewal and get her feedback and some recommendations based off our priorities, and have her educate the council at the same time, so it's all kind of coordinated together.
When they did this, you saw that all the things they wanted to focus on. And some of them have been taken care of. Some of them aren't ever going to be, because we've changed how we're doing it. So it would be nice to revisit the priorities, and the reservoir was never even thought of 6 years, 7 years ago when they started this. So
Right.
We were able to add it. So it'd be nice to revisit it. And for any new, but if you've got that urban renewal book, I would really recommend to read through that. To read.
So Carol, is it the audits every year? It's mandated?
Yeah, up until their last year, I was able to do the audits because we weren't spending more than $250,000. And as long as we're not spending more than $250,000, we can do a report in lieu, and I can do a report directly to the state office.
But then we did the big reservoir funding, and so we needed to get an outside audit.
So we're gonna be way over this year and next year. And I think I'm probably out forever, I would suspect, because we're expecting to spend the tax money we get, which between $600,000-$700,000, depending on what the taxes come in at. And so we'll probably always be spending that. This next year we budgeted to spend it to help with the loan payments, so we can keep the sewer rates low. Kind of like last year we spent kind of our reserves, because we've been building money up ever since we started urban renewal. And so we had well over $1 million to spend and pay towards the reservoir.
So, and an audit is about $100,000 every time.
It ends up costing, I couldn't get a real firm date amount on it. So I'm kind of was guessing. I'm guessing 25. Our
Okay.
audit runs us 55. And this is not nearly as complicated. So I actually asked to add 25, because I figured that would cover what we needed, to get through. I kind of called my buddy at Columbia City and said, how much is your audit? And so it's used the same audit that we do. And so I kind of based on it. It may not be that much, so we'll have a better idea next year. Because they shouldn't have to ask, they have to ask a lot of the same questions, but we're only asking them generally once. So, and they only come out once, so probably, not have to come out twice.
Right, there are very little expenditures for them to audit, so.
All right. Any more questions, discussion? See none, all those.
Hey.
Go ahead,
I'm sorry, I do have.
please.
Something's been troubling me, and I'd like to get an answer if I could. There's a statement in here from March 16th from Ms. Haggis, and it's dealing with the property on Columbia River Highway. And we're talking about audits, and what's stated in here is troubling me. Have we resolved this matter?
Yes, it has been reviewed and found to have been meeting. Yes, we addressed her concerns,
Okay.
and the internal review show that they're meeting their compliance as up to where they're supposed to be. And then it's still open for when they do their improvements. They still have to meet the requirements we have, and can be reviewed before they even get reimbursement. So they have to beat it up to our code anyways before we reimburse it.
So they will have to they will have to look at it again before anything more is.
Right.
All right.
Right, so it's only at this point been approved. They haven't been reimbursed, nor will they be reimbursed until they have done their improvements as stated in their application up to the codes required for that program, as well as any additional codes if it triggers building codes or other things for any of the improvements they've done.
I understand. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying.
Thank you. All right, any more discussion? Dean, you good, John?
I understand.
Great. All those in favor, state by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. So the budget for urban renewal has been approved, so meeting adjourned.